Hello, welcome to the When I Have Spare Time podcast. My name is Frank, and I'll be sitting here talking to you for a few minutes. As usual, I'm wearing clothes. I'm wearing a basketball jersey that says Red Pilled on it. That's right, I'm very unoriginal. Uh, so, um, the protest outside of the Supreme Court justices' houses is going well. You have people screaming for the right to kill their kids. Um, Listen, any cause you have, if you believe in it, and you think that the best way to to show that you support it is to stand in front of a Supreme Court justice house and scream, "I want to kill my baby." You just gotta do what you gotta do. Um, I've never seen so many people pissed off that they can't kill a kid. It's I mean, it's a listen. It's a bad look. Okay. I mean, all of it's a bad look, but it's just really funny watching these women who obviously none of them are gonna have. None of these women have any men interested in them. Have you seen the people protesting? Have you seen the people outside of the Supreme Court justices' houses? Have you seen have you watched the film? None of those women, none of those women have any men interested in them. Do you think in their life they're ever gonna have to make that choice about having an abortion or not? Please, I don't think your best friend's hand from college is gonna get you pregnant. No man wants these women. It's pure comedy. You're watching these like below average at best women who don't have a man, who aren't going to get a man. If they do get a man, it's gonna be a beta man. So it's not really a man. It's just feminists are the wrong people to be protesting the abortion, or I mean the Roe versus Wade decision. No man's gonna get you pregnant. Now it'd be different if it was like some hot chicks, some some like TikTokers or some like Instagram models who like post their business online every 2 seconds and like uh they're just like walking thirst traps and like ride the cock carousel. Like if it was a bunch of chicks who use Tinder, then I get it. Because those chicks have a much higher chance of like having a baby because they're actually attractive to like the opposite sex. But when you have basically dudes outside protesting, I'm like, why? I mean, like, are you like really trying to say that in your life you're gonna have to make this decision about like having an abortion? Really? You look like a dude. No. Okay, first of all, I don't know if you guys know anything about the birds and the bees, but it takes a man and it takes a woman. Women have this thing called eggs inside of them, and then men have this thing called sperm inside of them. So the man has to have an erect penis and put it inside the woman's vagina. Now, to get an erect penis, the average guy has to be attracted to the woman he's about to have sex with. So that right there means all these women will never get pregnant. These women are the cause of erectile dysfunction. There is no chance in hell that there has been an erect penis within 10 miles of any of these women. Not a chance. Not a chance. Like in whatever Dungeons and Dragons, if like someone's like a necromancer and they walk by a planet wilts. Okay, well like these women do the same thing except it's the dicks. There's no chance in hell that these women are gonna ever have that. The only way these women are gonna ever have an abortion if they get um if they go to the sperm bank, okay, and then like get pregnant that way and then go, okay, I'm wanting an abortion. Like that's the only way that these any of these women are gonna get pregnant. Also, I just think it's weird that it's legal to protest in front of a Supreme Court justice's house. I think that I mean, okay, okay, wait. Judges in general. It doesn't have to be just any judge because that's intimidation. I thought like you couldn't tamper with the jury. So like if people went to like the juror's house, that would be illegal. I know it because that'd be jury tampering. But the judge also has to make decisions. So isn't that judge tampering? I don't know if that's a law, but just think that's weird. I mean, I don't know. Our government makes no sense sometimes. And then also, here here's the thing. Like Roe versus Wade. So it goes away, which just means that the abortion laws now are up to the state. Now I live in California, so things are it's like the it's like the wild west out here. Okay, as far as I know in California, you can have an abortion, like 5 years after you have the kid. Yeah, like your kid could be 5 years old, you could still get an abortion. I'm positive. I think, and I think because Roe versus Wade is going to get reversed. You know how people overdo it. So like, I'm pretty sure that they're going to raise the the limit, or, like the time a woman has to get an abortion. I'm pretty sure they're going to raise it to like when her kid's 35. Remember, it's a blue state, so so like like you could be a woman. Well, only women can have children. So so let's say you have a kid. 20 years go by, you change your mind. You can have an abortion. Remember, it's a blue state, so it's just how it is. Things are different out here in California. Like look at San Diego and San Francisco. Like you could shit on the sidewalk. Um, Hell, like in like Los Angeles, if you want to buy meth, you just go down to Venice Beach because it's like the second homeless nation, and you knock on a tent and you just go, "Are you cooking?" Basically, because like the reason why there's so many of these homeless campfires and homeless tent fires is because like they're cooking drugs in there. Got like a mini meth lab. They're making crack. I've seen countless films of people in downtown Los Angeles, and there's a fire truck putting out a tent, and it was something drug related. They weren't cooking food; they they're cooking rocks, cooking that work. Oh Lord, hey man, it's a blue state though. It's the only state where you can get an abortion 5 minutes before your baby's due, and it's okay. You can buy you can buy hardcore drugs out on the sidewalk in the open. Don't even have to hide. Shit on the street. Yeah, you know. It's a blue state. That's how it is. That's how it is. It's the same state where you had people demanding that the government make masks permanent and you have to wear them for the rest of your life. But at the same time, they're like, my body, my choice. You got people demanding that other people have to participate in the experimental drug that the government made. Like it's mandated, but at the same time, they're the same people who are like, my body, my choice. It just makes no sense. Oh my god. Once again, California, blue state makes no sense. Like New York is another place that makes no sense. It's like in New York, the laws don't apply to famous people, mandates and whatnot. They don't apply to famous people. Like I don't know how these people stay in office, but hey, stupid people are allowed to vote. So that's just how it is. All gotten over here, we got rich people are being targeted for a crime, which makes sense. I mean, if I guess if you want to steal someone's money, you should probably steal a famous person. I mean, a rich person's money because well, they have money. Um, Guys, this happened in West Hollywood. There was this man and his girlfriend. Now, I don't know why they in the story they give this detail, but like they got into an argument. They were at someone's house and got into an argument, and were like walking to their Lamborghini, and then a Rolls Royce pulls up, and like six black guys physically assault them, and take the woman's watch and take the man's watch, and then they hop back in the Rolls Royce and speed off. The woman's watch was worth $1,000. The man's watch was a Rolex worth $19,000. The first thing I thought when I heard that was like, man, that woman must be pissed. Because the boyfriend bought, both the watches. Like which, like she has a job. Anyway, I'm just picturing, like, when the cops came and the guy is describing what happened and going, yeah, like, my watch is worth $19,000. And then his girlfriend's like, yeah, my watch was stolen. And he cuts him off. It's like, no one cares about your watch. She's like, but no one cares about your watch. And then the officer's like, oh, no, ma'am, like, tell us about your watch. And she goes, oh, yeah, it was a blah, blah, blah watch. And the guy's like, it's only worth $1,000. She's like, what? You told me? How much you want to bet that, like, the guy came home from work, showed his wife his new Rolex $19,000 watch, okay? And the wife got pissed off. It's like, but how come you didn't buy me one? Because you don't do anything. The only thing you do is sit home all day and watch Disney Plus with your woke garbage ass. That's all you do is watch Disney Plus. So I bet you, like, whatever, like a week later, whatever, he came home with a watch for her. Probably like a Swatch watch with a diamond in the middle, because she don't know shit about anything. And he told her, oh yeah, this is a Rolex, and it's worth $10,000. I bet you he did that. Like, I bet you he got a gift receipt with it. And he's, in his mind's like, I'm gonna buy her like just like a cheap ass watch and just like add an extra zero at the end. And so like when the cops were like, what was stolen? She's like, my boyfriend's $19,000 watch, and then my $10,000 watch. And the boyfriend's like, no, it was just my watch. Hers wasn't worth anything. And that probably caused a real strain in the relationship. Because it's like, when you don't give free stuff to the freeloader, you know, how many headaches did that woman have? How many nights? "Ugh, I'm just too tired. Not now. How many of those nights before that guy bought her a watch? How many of those? I'm just not in the mood. How many of those nights before that guy broke down and bought her $1,000 watch and lied and said it was a $10,000 watch? How many of those nights? Because you know that's what happened. And then he bought her the watch, and then of course magically her legs open. You know that's what happened. One person, a couple, a rich couple. You're telling me the guy has a $19,000 watch and the wife only, or the girlfriend only has $1,000 watch? Yeah, he totally lied to her. You know he told her that that watch cost $10,000. That's what I would do. Except we're talking about me, so okay, so I would have a $19 watch, and then my crackhead of a girlfriend would be like, "Well, I mean, get me one." And then like I come on one day, go like, "Oh yeah, that's I got you a $9 watch." She's like, "Oh," but it's really like a 99-cent watch. She don't know though. But at least all the nagging stopped and the headaches are gone. So when they called the cops, they had to give a description of what happened. And so the guy's like, those black bastards stole my. And apparently, had a this is what I understand. The guy had a British accent, but I guess he wasn't from Britain. I don't know because like in the news story, they're like a man supposedly, they're like saying his accent's fake. Like, why does that matter? Like, why does his accent even matter? But it's a man. They're just trying to put him down. But anyway, he gets arrested, and they're trying to make it sound like he got arrested because he called the people black bastards who robbed him. He's not being racist. He's just being descriptive. The people who robbed him are black bastards. But apparently he was being uncooperative in with the police investigations, so the police arrested him. Really? So you get robbed, and then you're the one that gets arrested. Only in a blue state. Only in California. You know? I bet you his girlfriend got an abortion that same night. Their kid was 7, though. Blue state, man. There's no rules out here. It's a blue state. Anything goes. You get robbed, you get arrested. You want an abortion? Anytime you want. You, you, your kid could be 40. Imagine being 40 years old and your mom's like, I want an abortion. You hear a knock on the door, like, hey, this group of people grab you, toss you in the back of a white van. They knock you out with some chloroform. Next thing you know, all your organs are on the Chinese black market, helping out some politician. You wake up, your head's in a vase. Frozen though. Man, it's crazy out here. Literally, you get robbed. You're the one that gets arrested. You give a description of the 6 guys who robbed you. They were black and they were bastards. You got some hit piece on you in a friggin' newspaper calling you racist. You got robbed. You're just giving a description of what happened. If I had a $19,000 Rolex watch and 6 black guys robbed me, I'm gonna call them the same thing, except with some extra words attached to it. Those black bastards stole my watch. Oh, sorry, so we're gonna have to arrest you. For what? Give it a description? You can't throw me in jail. I'm trying to have an abortion tomorrow. My kid's 6 years old. Come on. Cut me some slack. I'm trying to have an abortion. My kid's 19. I didn't want to carry him to 35. He's been living in my basement for 10 years now. I want an abortion. You know what's gonna happen. You're gonna have some mom sick of her whatever 35-year-old kid living in the basement come down and blow his brains out, and then the cops gonna come. And she's like, and the cops like, what happened? Oh, it was a very late term abortion. It was a late term abortion. Okay, it's a blue state. It's cool. You're gonna have abortions like that where it's gonna be parents blasting their kids, blasting their adult kids. Knock knock, mom. Sorry, honey, but this is a late term abortion. Bam. Kids are gonna. I'm sorry, adults are gonna be getting blasted. It's gonna be the new craze, the late term abortion. Bam. I don't know if you guys realize, but that's pumping the shotgun. You know, I'm sorry, I'm black, but I'm not the guy from Police Academy. You know, I got skills, but I'm not. I'm not that good. Imagine being 45 years old. Okay, imagine being 45 years old. You're living in your girlfriend's apartment. Every other night you're on the couch because she gets mad at you. She calls your mom, bitches about you, and your mom's like, "Ah, I'm sick of having this kid. He's done nothing." Your mom calls you, ask you where you're at. You're like, I'm on Lisa's couch. She comes over. She goes, it's late term abortion time. You're like, what? She blasts you. Should this work on him? We get all this birth control. America is a nation that has the most birth control. We got condoms, and then we have like the version for women. I think there's female condoms too. We got the pill. We got the morning after pill. You got vasectomies. You got all kinds of birth control in America, and we still need abortions. I mean, get one. I don't care. It's just that why is it an issue? You know what? It's the and I know this is gonna sound crazy. I am completely apathetic on the topic of abortion. I don't have any strong feelings toward either one, which is why I don't understand why they just don't across the land just go, yeah, if you want one, get one. If you don't. I mean, isn't that the most simplest answer? The problem, the thing, this is the thing I don't like about abortion. I don't like the fact that it can become the one topic that can sway a person's vote. Because some people really are one topic voters or like one issue voters, which is why we get some shit politicians in office sometimes. So if you just take abortion off the social landscape and just go, if you want one, get one. If you don't. But I mean, both sides win. I think. Well, because if you want one, get one. If you don't. I mean, I don't know why it's that hard. But I have well, for those of you that don't know, I'm a hyper intellectual, and I'm really so which means I'm smarter than you anyway. So usually my solutions are the best, and they're usually the most simplest too. But you got to take this abortion off the political landscape because too many bad politicians on both sides. I mean, like there's some shit politicians who are pro-life, but but they're horrible at all this other things, but they live in the right area, so like they'll get all the votes for that. We gotta take away these political issues that are gonna trump all these like all the other real issues. But that's why politics is well, that's why it's stupid. Because it's really not about helping the public. It's about getting in the office. It's not about anything else. It's just about getting in the office. You know, in California, you can be a 54-year-old woman and have a 37-year-old kid and abort him, and it's legal and it's okay. But in Texas, you got like 4 weeks. I mean, isn't that crazy? Man, the blue state versus red state is insane. It's almost like two different countries, you know? Now, because I am completely apathetic about this abortion issue, I don't care. I just don't care. I care about stuff that affects me, you know? Did you guys, what you guys know what IMDb is? Like the website where actors have their bio and like, their filmography. Well, check this out. Like someone, and I'm assuming it's a person of culture, changed Amber Heard's um, IMDb to Amber Turd. Now that is just a beautiful thing, a beautiful thing. You know, for those of you that don't know, I really like hot chicks. Women that are good looking are my favorite thing. Um, you've heard me talk about K-pop. Like my favorite position in K-pop is the visual position because it's like the eye candy. Anyway, um, throughout the years, I've seen a few movies that Amber Heard was in, but I didn't see it because she was in it. And the one thing I can say about Amber Heard, she was a 10. She was a 10. Now I know what makes a 10. Well, okay, this is America. The average person's fat. So like just being of normal weight, you're like a 7. Seriously. I mean, like, how many times have I been on this podcast talking to guys going, yeah, I went outside today and I saw nothing but fat people. Because, like, I count. Like, I'll go to Trader Joe's and I mean, it's like 70% of the people, like, the customers are fat, overweight. It's insane. Amber Heard. Now, remember, I'm a man of culture. Amber Heard's really good looking. Okay? But then, you got this trial going on, and then, like, Johnny Depp, being the sly fox that he is, he has, like, audio and video evidence, and, like, you have on tape Amber Heard saying, I beat you. You have, remember, Amber Heard used to have a girlfriend, I guess, or she was in some, she's a Hollywood person, so, like, they'll fuck a tree, whatever. In her past relationship with this woman, she got arrested for spousal abuse for beating her girlfriend. So it's Amber Heard has a history. It's like this isn't her first rodeo when it comes to spousal abuse. And then you have on tape Amber Heard saying like, "I hit you, but no one's gonna believe you." Like they're gonna take my side because I'm a woman. Like it's on tape. Like all these things about her just made her just an ugly human being. And then like she's shit in his bed. I mean, Amber Heard and Johnny Depp got into a fight. Amber got mad, shit in his bed. That was the last straw. And I slowly watched a woman who was a 10 go to a 9, then to an 8, then to a 7. Just the more and more proof, the more and more of those tapes I heard, just the more testimony I heard, the more I've seen her fake like crocodile tears on stage. Like her opening statement, it was actually a memorized line. She actually gave the same testimony that this other character from a movie gave. I mean, I'm like, dude, like just everything is so fake. It's like, and it hit me. It hit me like a couple of days ago. It's what's on the inside that counts. Because Amber Heard on the outside looks the same, but after just finding out the real her, it's ugly. She's an ugly human being on the inside. But that's all that matters because that's all I see. I mean, once you really get to know someone, or find out things about someone that's factual, not 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 hearsay. When those facts are known, those facts are plastered all over that person, and it takes away from the superficial cotton candy, sugar and spice that's on the outside of the whatever the human crust, if you want to call it that. Amber Heard used to be a beautiful human being because I didn't know anything about her. I just saw her outsides. I saw a couple of movies she was in. I saw her being interviewed on a couple of talk shows. That's all I saw. And then when, she got arrested for spousal abuse with her lesbian girlfriend, whatever, the reason why that was no big deal to me, the type of couple that leads the nation in spousal abuse is actually lesbian couples. So that's just part of being a lesbian. I don't know why it just doesn't work out with two women. But yeah, so I'm like, okay, well that's okay because that's literally the most common abuse is lesbian couples. They actually lesbian couples have more physical violence than heterosexual couples, which is amazing. So I didn't care about that. But then like when I heard her teasing Johnny Depp, I'm just a little woman. Like no one's gonna believe that I beat you up. It just blew my mind. I'm like, wow, this is just human garbage. And it's sad it took me this long to actually have the epiphany, the realization. But this is the first time I've actually seen it firsthand because to me Amber Heard was just a visual. She was just eye candy. So like the only thing I knew about her was she was good looking, and as once again I'm a man of culture, and so Amber Heard fits that you know pin-up poster girl look. If you're a man of culture, you appreciate a woman like Amber Heard, and it just got stripped away. And and I know it sounds like I'm overreacting, but it was a sad day. Well, I mean, people like me, just average guy that happens to be a hyper intellectual. You like looking at things that are attractive. Okay, like once again, a heterosexual male doesn't have to hear a woman talk, doesn't have to like look at her accomplishments. The only thing he has to do is look at a woman and just go shut up and stand in the corner and let me look at you. Because like so much of the human population is ugly. Just so many people are fat. So many people are out of shape. So many people are like chain smoking cigarettes. So many people are like just drug addicts. So like just they get ruined on the outside. Okay? So when you have someone who's making a living based on their looks, just because Amber Heard, it's not like she's changing the world with her dissertation on the Spanish American War. You know, it's not like her foreign policy is helping our economy. No, she's just a hot chick. She's a good-looking human being, and it's been taken away from us. I'm I'm pretending I'm devastated. Billie Eilish is better looking than Amber Heard now. And you guys know I think Billie Eilish looks like a friggin' Afghan dog. And the reason why I say Afghan dog is because you probably don't even know what an Afghan is, but it's a dog. Afghan is a breed of dog. Billie Eilish looks like it. Trust me. Look up Afghan and then do a side by side. Okay, do a SBS of an Afghan and Billie Eilish. You'll be like, oh wow, Yeah, you're right. It's a sad day. Billie Eilish is better looking than Amber Heard. But hey, it is what it is. Um, and and God, like, I don't know how many years ago it was. Was it 4 years ago? There's this picture of Billie Eilish pushing her friend in a shopping cart at whatever it's the mall or store, whatever like that, and you finally saw like Billie Eilish had a really nice rack. I'm like, oh, dude, how come you're not showing that off the whole time? Billie Eilish has like a nice set of tits and is keeping them covered up so we won't be distracted from her fucking dog face. I was so pissed. So, Billie Eilish is still on my ugly list, but Amber Heard is number one on the list. And I know Billie Eilish has been trying hard lately to actually stop being ugly by showing more skin, showing some cleavage. She's slowly winning me over. So she's a five now. She was a she was a three. Billie Eilish is now a five. Amber Heard's a three though. They both still ugly though, but at least Billie Eilish is trying. You know, and like I can't knock a girl for trying, but I can knock her for being ugly. Anyway, guys, I've said enough. I'll talk to you later. Peace.